One of the loveliest experiences any of us is likely to have is when we walk out into our gardens on a nice still evening and smell the fragrance that wafts in the air if you're growing some of these deciduous azaleas. Because not only are these really fantastically colorful shrubs, they're also really delightfully fragrant, some more so than others. And this lovely variety, which is called Azalea Klondyke, is probably one of the most fragrant varieties that we grow. It has, as you see, these enormous big golden yellow flowers that start out first with an orangey tinted bud that then, when they open to really quite large flowers that then form this wonderful ball-shaped truss of color. And then when they start to flower, that's when they release this fabulous fragrance. And as we're filming this, I wish you were standing beside me to just smell the delightful fragrance that's in the air. So what I would say to you is that if you've got somewhere in your home that's got partially shaded conditions and free draining soil, somewhere that's reasonably sheltered so that the breeze and air is likely to linger, then think very seriously about putting in some plants of this variety, because you'll be bowled over by the wonderful color of this variety, by its nice bright purple young growth that comes on it in springtime. But above all, I think you'll really love the fragrance. It's a variety that's also nice and free flowering. As you see, these young plants here are really set with a lot of bud, so you can imagine what these will be doing when they mature and grow into bigger plants. They get to about 5 to 6 foot tall. Older plants can get up to maybe 7 or 8 foot, but in the main, somewhere in around 5 to 6 foot is the size that you would expect to have growing. They're really not very difficult to grow at all, but I say that it is, I think, important to try and get a place that's reasonably sheltered. The plants are going to do better, but also you're really going to enjoy the fragrance that much more. This is an Exbury hybrid, which means that it's one that was bred at the famous Rothschild Gardens in Exbury near Southampton in southern England. It was developed just after the Second World War and is really probably one of the most eye-catching, and I think probably one of the most delectable flowering deciduous azaleas out there. Incidentally, the word deciduous means it drops its leaves. So you've got a plant that's nice and hardy that would love to grow in partially shaded sites. All you need now is a free draining soil. Add in extra organic matter, the likes of peat, pine bark, that sort of thing, leaf mold, and then you'll find you'll have an easy to grow shrub that will give you absolute years of gorgeous color and divine fragrance. This is Azalea Klondyke.